Hello and welcome everyone back to the show. We're here with Women Leading Change Now, and we are at the UN CSW 66, and this is the United Nations convening on the status of women. And yes, this is our 66th convening. And as you know, Women Leading Change Now, we are a political organization, and I'm Yvonne Gamble, the co founder of that organization. And we bring this to you every year. And what we do is we listen to the voices of women from around the world as they speak out to us on various topics and various issues. I'm also, as your host, as you know, I am also the CEO of Sanpete Financial Group, and we are a venture capital firm. Today, I have a most eloquent treat for you, and that is through Marlo Manns. She's the owner and founder of My Heart, New Love, and she's going to come to us and tell us about telling the stories of climate change. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring her on and let her tell us a little bit about herself, and then she'll go directly into telling us about what it is that she does and exactly how she does it. So, Marlo, thank you so much for coming on the show, for spending some of your time with us. So, what can you tell us about Marlo? Who is Marlo?
Well, I am a children's author and I am an inspirational writer. I love inspiring and uplifting people. And when I started to write children's books, one of the things I wanted to do is plant seeds. My whole thing was planting seeds of love. So that's why my company is called My Heart, New Love. And to me, the biggest thing or the biggest plant there is earth. And so I have earth in my books. They're on the back of my books, they're in my books because I wanted children to know this is our home and this is where we should plant seeds. And you can plant seeds in earth or you can plant seeds in mind, you can plant seeds in your heart, but we do it all in earth. So that is the number one thing I love to do. And when I do that, I feel like I am giving like the earth is giving. And the earth gives oil, it also gives trees and plants and vegetation. It gives us so many things that can't count. And we need to give back to it. And so when a child sees the earth, they know they belong. They belong in earth and they know that they are seeds to planet earth. So that's my number one thing to do.
Okay, that's wonderful. So, what can you tell us when you say my heart? I saw that and I had a question about that. You said my heart knew love. That's an interesting derivative on the word. I would have thought it would have been my heart knows love, and you say my heart knew love.
Right.
So, yeah, tell us.
Okay, so your heart already knows certain things. You come into this earth knowing things. It's not nothing that you have to guess at. You just inherently, subconsciously feel it and know it. Nobody have to teach you it. You know to drink water. You know to eat. And your heart knows love. Even if nobody ever explained it to you, talked to you about it, said anything about love, you know unconditionally that you walk in that direction and that you are guided. So you are guided because you know within your own being, within your own self, that love is in every cell in your body.
Okay, well that okay, now I get it. All right, so that's what that means. So what can you tell us, Marlo, about the stories, or how should that actually be conveyed? Those stories about climate change. It's going on, it's happening to us. How would
Right.
you tell that story? I'm I many times I think about stories like, well, not stories, but sometimes I think about like pictures and photographs, like of the photograph that we look at so much of Iwo Jima, and we see the soldiers planting the flag, and that just the picture paints, 1,000 words, 10,000 words over and over again.
Yeah.
And I know you said you had the books and you had different pictures in the books. How do we tell the stories of climate change? Uh, Even if we can tell it to the children, we can actually tell it, to the adults. How do we do that?
Okay. So I have one of my books here. It's called I Am Love. And her name is Love. And in every picture in the book, at the bottom of it, I have the earth. See the earth with the page number? And every page has the earth, right? Children know about the earth when they're taught it. And even on the back, I have her on the back of all my books, I have her on the back throwing love out into the earth. They know about earth because they taught about earth in school. But even at a young age, they should know they belong. There are people that tell you sometimes you don't belong here. You belong here. This is your earth. This is your home. And in it, you have to show love for your home. You know, look at love. She is finding ways to show that she is here. You know, where would we be if we didn't have home? And so, in your home, which is earth, you should be able to say, I wanted to keep it beautiful. It's my place. I want to not have horrible things happen in earth what the next generation won't count. We are to take care of our home. No matter where you at, you don't want to go to a filthy home. Nobody does. So why would we have somebody come into our earth they have to clean up? We should be taking care of it, cleaning our oceans, our lakes, cleaning it, as far as fuel emission. We should be taking care of our earth because we are living here. It is our place. And if it is our place, how should you treat your place? Would you want to go to a filthy home? I know I wouldn't. So, thing is, while you're here and while we are living and breathing this beautiful air, we want to have great air. We want to have great water, great lakes, great land. We want all of those things, and we should continue to keep up with it and to plant seeds, plant trees, of our own. So that's why I want kids to subconsciously see Earth as their home. When they turn in these pages, they'll see, hey, that's where I live.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And you're right. The images that they see, we're planting the seeds in their minds and in their hearts so that when they do grow up, as adults into adulthood, they carry now that seed comes into maturity, and they carry that with them every way they go and in everything. So, am I correct in understanding, Marlo, that what you are saying is how we care for the earth, how we care for the environment, which ultimately affects the climate and the climate changes, that we do that as a way of life, or do we do it as just say, every now and then, just go out and say on Earth Day in April, that one day or that one week, and clean up? But do we do that as a way of life?
It definitely should be part of our lives. These are things that man created. And small things, like cleaning the legs. And I used to, as a young child, I had to pick up cigarette butts off the beaches with my mom. We were cleaning up the beaches and stuff like that. And she volunteered in her company, and we went out and we cleaned up things, plastic bottles, all of these things help the earth stay healthy. And man made things that don't make things that's biodegradable where it won't hurt the land. it really does hurt us. And it not only hurt us, but it hurts the fish, it hurts the things that are in the lake. All of those things count. It should be an everyday thing that, okay, this needs to go in recycling means recycle bins because this is not going to break down. We can't reuse this over. Here's the paper. Make things simpler for us. If you are a child and you find an easy way to do something, believe me, we all want to know about it. Because kids have the simplest way of doing things. And life is really simple. Drinking water is simple, walking is simple, you know, breathing in and out is simple. We need to find a simpler way, a healthier way for our climate and our environment to stay clean, or at least work towards it and not have those things destroy it.
Okay, I love that. Say the simplicity. So just make it as simple as you possibly can, and that way things will be easy for everyone to understand, for everyone to implement, and everyone to do. So this is wonderful. So when we get down to telling those stories, I still want to hear from you about, I know how you tell such beautiful stories on the things that you have told, and the way, how, what would we say about our disasters that have happened, and
Yeah.
could we have been better prepared for some of these things? What could we tell to the people, based on, the people of Tonga that suffered the volcano eruption here recently, and the people, and it resulted obviously in a tsunami that hit the shores of Japan? What could we say to them that would help, or to the rest of the world, that would actually not, that would take us past just looking at that as a news story, and then it's off the news and we're going on with our regular lives? What can we say to us so that we're prepared in our homes, and that we continue our outreach and help?
hmm I think it's so important. You know, Preparedness is one thing that we are really good at. But if you are not paying attention, then how would you even know? Preparing ahead of time, whether it's a group of people, whether it's an army of people, to know in advance, this is what we do, shall this happen. Uh, like Minutemen in years ago. If something happened, they knew immediately where to go, what to do, what supplies. Now, and with all the technology and all the things that happen and everything that's in earth where we can see in advance things that are going to show up, it would be great if people knew in advance what to do. Because when you're prepared for anything, I don't care if it's for a job interview, you know what strategy will work. And that's the idea of preparation, knowing what strategy to take, where you're going to be guided, things that have to be covered, things that have to be taken care of, you know. And if someone does not want to participate, it's not because they didn't know, it's not because they weren't prepared, it's because they had the will to say, I just do not want to do this. But those who do want to know, at least they have their own safety, and that's really important. We have to look out for people who really want to participate and to help out one another and to share in that responsibility, because it is to help people, not to hurt people.
Okay, great. Well, that's excellent. And you brought out a very good point, that shared responsibility. This earth, this place, we share this place. We all live here together. We don't live here alone. We're not siloed. And so, therefore, it's obviously not just simply my responsibility or Marlo's responsibilities, but it's everybody on this earth. It's all of our responsibility. And it's not a place for us just simply to use and see how much we can get out of it, but it is a place for us to know that, like she says, this is our home, and we don't want to leave a legacy where the home is destroyed for the next generation, and we took from the land everything that we wanted, and we made our millions or billions or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then the next generation, is basically having to regenerate the earth in order just to survive. So what I'm going to do, we want to take in kind the things that Marlo has said. Can you share with us a little bit more as far as where we can actually, those are some beautiful books and beautiful pictures that you showed. How would the audience reach out to purchase those books? Would they find them on, what is the name of the title, and would they find it on Amazon or Barnes and Noble?
They are on Amazon. Um, my website is myheartnewlove.com, and these books are the beginning of a series. So each book that I have available uh, is just a start. They are work in progress. There are designers working on them and illustrators. But I have a series of that are coming out for I Am Love. It's an agape series. And then I have a series coming out called Every Little Thing Thinking. And so I'm really excited about them. And I really appreciate if you can go to the site. I am grateful for all things. So again, the site is myheartnewlove.com. And they come in two sizes, and that is paperback and hardback. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Well, you've heard it here. Go get the books at myheartnewlove.com. And there's going to be a series. So when you go there, you want to bookmark it so that you can actually, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a subscription where you can sign up so you'll be notified when the new books come out in
Yes.
the series. And so we look forward to your being there. What I'm going to do is to ask my guest, Marlo Manns, to have the last word, as I usually do. And then that way we will sign off. And we thank you again for this installation of Women Leading Change Now, UN CSW 66. So, Marlo, the last word belongs to you.
Thank you, Yvonne. It is so important in our lives today that we recognize that we are here not just for ourselves, we are here for everybody else. And when you know that, you have a way of responding and helping in ways that you might not think is important. Now, I write children's books, but I also write inspirational articles. And sometimes you have to just recognize that people are not going to step forward in things, but they want to. So just lending a smile, just lending a happy, uplifting energy, just saying to yourself, I know I can do better. I know that things are getting better, and encouraging a child by planting seeds is one of the things I think that every one of us can do. We can share in planting love seeds in a child so that they know that they can get better. Encouragement of all kinds to help better this planet, to help this world know that there's goodness everywhere, and Make it so that they won't have to look far when they run into you. Thank you so much, and I appreciate your time.